Welcome to my first ever live stream. Congratulations, you're one of the first. Welcome. Hopefully this is going to be awesome. Hopefully we are going to have some good fun, building some vintage Lego, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I'd like to say welcome, but at the moment there's all of 0 of you. So this is mainly for people that will come in afterwards. Forgive me for playing around. This is all pretty new to me. So I guess we might just get right into it. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. But yeah, we might even get some visitors. Everybody should be in bed, but you never know. Such is the way with parenthood. All right. So next video that I'm going to be working on is a vintage set, 80/20. So this is another one from my childhood. Working really hard at the moment. Want to really focus on trying to get through all of my childhood sets before moving on to some other ones. I've got some other really cool things in the pipeline, which I'm pretty pumped about. Some really cool builds coming up. So yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Okay, what do we need here? I think we can see everything. I was going to grab right, trusty Lego container. Try and keep that out of shot, which is sometimes easier said than done. I can't remember when in my childhood I actually got this set, and from memory I haven't really built much of it. Many of the builds, it came with six builds that you could do. I was trying to think which ones I actually built. Maybe the first one, the van. The van here. Which is what I'm going to be building today. And yeah. So if you come on the stream at any point in the future, let me know if there's anything that I could do to improve the stream. Always open to improving and just getting better at anything that I do. So don't be shy and coming forward with constructive feedback and any suggestions. I think I'll probably aim for an hour tonight, but we'll see how we go. I've got my filming set up, so not just building for tonight, but this build will be used for the next video. Right, where are we going to start? I haven't even really thought about how to approach this build. Working with limited space here. I've got all sorts of things around and yeah, try and find space where we can. Oh, I'm out of focus. Here we go. Okay. There, that should work a bit better. goes. So as you can see here, or maybe I'll just show you a little bit of my setup. I've got my camera, a laptop with a stream going on. Got my camera here, which are on a nice tripod. We've got the monitor in the background there. You know, some nice lights up there as well. I like to think that my videos are reasonably high quality, so it's amazing what you can kind of put together without having to spend a heap of money. You can up the level. Yeah. So how am I going to approach this? Where's center of the camera? I might try and get that a bit closer. Excuse the tripod leg. It's all about getting the right angles. There we go, that's looking a little bit better, I think. So I hope you're doing awesome, wherever you are in the world, whether you're from New Zealand or from the US or the UK. Hope you are having a fantastic day, evening, night, whatever the time zone may be, wherever you are. Oh, that's right, I need my little hoodaki. Where's my hoodaki gone? Come on, where are you, little hoodaki? Oh, I might have left it upstairs. Might be doing tonight without it. That's right. I usually have a little remote, so I can remotely start and stop the camera, so I don't have to keep touching the camera, but I think I must have left it upstairs. That's all right, I can sort that out another time. Okay. Let's just check on a couple of things here, see how we're doing. Okay. Looking good. Okay, so let's get this going. How are we going to do this? Should work. Okay. A little bit of disaster. Well, I'll try again. Sometimes it's a little bit of just trial and error and see what works, see what doesn't, and go through and just trying to get it done. From the back. in. Back one. Right, so yeah, so you'll be able to hear when I start and stop the camera. It's usually a little bit of a piecemeal thing. Try and not be recording too much dead space that I have to edit out later on. Okay, what else have we got here? Those, a few of those. 4 of those, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, let's get those bits on the sides. Right. So what's been going on in the Lego world lately? Those mosaics are pretty cool. Quite like the Iron Man one. That's really cool. Though the Star Wars one's really cool too. Yeah, when I first saw them, I thought they were okay, but I was just like a little bit ho hum, a little bit yeah, meh. But they've really grown on me. I reckon they'd be really cool. Yeah, it'd be cool to try and track one down. Well, track 3 down, make the big one. I think it'll be a really cool wall display. I think it will be quite cool. Let's just do a test fit to see how well those are going to go in there. It's tight. It's not too bad. Okay. Where's focus? Okay. No. I think I forgot to set the autofocus to the focus to center. Right. Step 2 done. How many steps do we have? There's nothing like the old ones. Well, I mean, these ones aren't like the new ones where you've got every tiny little step or every tiny little piece just about. You have a separate step, whereas this one's got 14 steps to build the whole thing. So it's not too bad. Okay, what do we need for the next bit? One of those, one of those, one of those, and one of those. And next bit we can probably get ready as well. Yeah, so those mosaics actually entered a competition last week to try and win 3 of them. If you haven't heard of the fandom, NZ Fandom Facebook group, you should go join. They're a really cool community, really cool people, very, very active. And one of the spin-off groups from that is actually a competition group, and they do a raffle for high value sets, and last week's one was the set of the 3 mosaics. So unfortunately I didn't win, but congratulations to the person who did. You're gonna love them. They're very, very cool. Well, I reckon they're cool anyway. Hopefully I'm not talking too quiet. The kids are in bed, so I don't want to be talking too loud, but let me know in the comments if something needs to change, if I need to speak up, whatever. Okay, what have we got here? This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Trying to concentrate on kind of what you're doing next and talking essentially to myself, which I don't do much. Well, actually I kind of do, I don't know. Not usually coherent sentences though. What else are we after for this next step? Those. Oh, Space Beast. Hello. I was wondering if Tarzan was going to make an appearance. He usually comes and attacks whatever I'm building in the evenings. Right, time for next step. Do you need another one of those? 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, no, 1. Okay, still recording. Wait, no, stay here. Oh, that dreaded sound. The dreaded sound of a small piece of Lego hitting a wooden floor and skittering across the floor. Often under somewhere. You just can't find it. Yeah, you know what I mean. What's going on here? Okay, another two of them. Now, what's going on? I should probably put these over here so you guys can see what I'm grabbing out. You, two of you. Okay. And these go here. Yeah, that's okay. Right, what's next? Three. Yeah, I think that's okay. I'm just checking out these black pins which are in this set. So I think these are the original vintage ones, which I don't know if you've ever used these original vintage ones. They kind of look exactly the same as the new ones, but it's almost like they're a little bit softer or something. So, and they stick in the Technic pieces. Now, once they're in, they're really, really hard to get out. They may not have been like that when they were new, but after a few years, they've really started to stick. So I do have some new Technic, new style Technic black pins, which I'm going to replace. Still keep the old ones with the set, which I should probably find a little plastic bag for those. But having the new Technic pins will make rebuild a little bit easier. We just need a tiny little bag because there's only 4 of them. Keep the old ones. James! James! How you doing, man? Good to see you. How are you doing on this fine evening? We are building a vintage Technic set, hence the name Vintage Technic Set on the title, but more specifically, sorry that sounded really condescending, really didn't mean it to be. We are building set 8020. I think this is mid 80s, I think around 84, 85. So we're going to build the van first up. So building this for the next video, and I was just harping on about actually replacing the old black Technic pins. The original pins, man, they stick like nothing else once you actually get them into the Technic holes. They're really, really difficult to get out. But these new ones, they hold everything really well, but yeah, they're easier to unbuild again. Yeah, definitely. So what are you up to tonight, bro? Are you building anything? Secretly snuck one of the kids' sets to put together, maybe? Oops, I just realised I'm still recording. Don't need to be doing that. Okay. Actually, I was just ranting too. Well, not ranting, but just talking on those new Lego Mosaic sets. Have you seen those? The like the Star Wars and the Marvel ones, the one of the Iron Man and Darth Vader. That you can kind of do your own, and like you can pick one of 3 options of each, and or if you get 3 of them, you can make it into this big giant picture. It's really, really cool. Oh, nice, very cool. Darts, cool. Yeah, I've played a little bit of darts, but not a lot. But I can understand how it'd be really fun to get into. Nice, very cool. Right, where am I up to? Oh, out of focus. Here we go. I'm probably going to be fiddling back and forth with different things since this is the the first time I've done this. Ah, yeah, the Andy Warhol art ones. Yeah, cool. Nice. Yeah, a friend of mine, Tim, he mentioned those ones to me. I hadn't seen them before, so yeah, it was quite. Went and had a look online, and yeah, those are quite cool as well. He's a fan of Andy Warhol's artwork, so yeah, he was like right into possibly getting one of those, but I think he's more of a Star Wars fan than even Andy Warhol, so yeah, so he was pretty keen on the Darth Vader one. Okay, right, recording. So, how am I going to approach this? In many ways, this is a very long, tedious process to get these videos done in the style that that I do them. What was it? You and you. As you can imagine, quite a bit of editing involved after the fact, after the build. Throw my Lego at it, hopefully that'll stick. Doesn't quite work like that though, does it? Okay, what's next? Pins, black pins. So you mentioned when we were chatting the other day that you were binge watching some of the videos. So what are some of your favourites? Some of your highlights, or what did your kids enjoy the most? Star Wars, nice. Yeah, yeah, the AT-AT. It's a reasonably popular one. Yeah, nice. Yeah, my kids love those ones as well. Um, yeah, it's interesting when there's like a new video that, well, when I bring out a new video, they tend to go through and watch some of their old favourites. Yeah, they love all sorts of them for different reasons. Um, Sometimes I think they actually enjoy playing with my Lego more than they enjoy playing with their own, just because it's mine and it's something a little bit different, and it's it's kind of old and retro. But yeah, those the Millennium Falcon and the AT-AT were pretty cool. They're cool builds. I think your boys will be quite excited about some things I've got coming up in the pipeline too. So it'll be cool. Oh, nice. The 501st Battle Pack. Very cool. Yeah, no, it's very, very cool. Very cool set. It's cool too when they've been saving for a while, and the anticipation is so good, and the payoff is so good when they finally get it and it finally arrives. There's something really satisfying about not getting something instantly. It's cool. I saw Brick Scene's review on those. So if you haven't seen Brick Scene, you should go check them out. They're really cool. He does a lot with the Lego community in New Zealand. So he does a lot of reviews and that kind of thing of some of the latest sets. And he does a really good review on the 501st Battle Pack. So just go check him out. Right, what's next? Wonder if I should do the next bit stop motion. It's going to be a short build anyway. Yeah, why not? Actually, my daughter's got a speech presentation tomorrow, and she's actually doing it on Lego, her speech on Lego. So she's pretty pumped about that. She's been working really hard to do that. So I think she's going to do well. She's really keen on the subject matter too, which is always a big help. And so I'm hoping that goes really, really well for her, and I'm sure it will, because she's pretty smart. She knows what she's doing. Sorry, I'll just get this set up. Go ISO 250. F4. Yep, that should be good now. This is one of the little tricks that I have for when I do stop motion build stuff. I have a metal plate that I stick underneath, and I'll be able to get the camera in a bit closer. Yeah, you can kind of, it's quite obvious when you're looking at it from this camera. You can see it there underneath, but on the actual final video you don't really notice it that much. Center, yep. And then I have some of the little tricks that I've picked up along the way. And I have these little studs. Which camera is going to focus on it? Actually, I'll try this one. I've just glued a magnet on the bottom, so I'm going to focus on it. There we go. So I've just glued a little magnet on the bottom of a 1x1 plate, and then I can get away, usually, with sticking this down on the plate. So I might try and go over the top a little bit more. What's the time? Crikey. Is that the time? It's only going to go for an hour. I thought I'd be a lot further along than what I am. Too busy yakking. Kind of shows just how involved these videos are. Good fun though. Oops. Welcome back. Let's put this over here so you're not seeing my hand come across too much. And where's that? How far back is that going? I've got to give a few frames, do a few frames to give myself some space for transitioning into the stop motion bit. And then try really hard when I place it not to move anything, which is actually more difficult with this older Lego because it kind of is a lot stickier. You can hear it. It's almost like it's harder or something than the newer stuff. Let's see, build up the center bit. This is a little bit tricky. Trying to put some bits on and not move it. Right. Okay, there we go. Right, I wonder if I should, you know what I should be doing? I'm sorry I haven't thought of this. I have actually, should be there. Apologies. And we should probably move the camera, this camera in a little bit further to see what's going on. Right. So that's that sequence done. Is there anything else that I'm going to be wanting to stop motion while I'm here? No. And that. Make sure everything's seated. Now that's off camera. Make sure everything's seated properly and is all like it should be. Might be a bit close. All right. I'd like to at some point get an HDMI through so I can stream what my good camera is seeing as well. What will actually make it onto the video. Okay. So I mentioned my daughter's got a speech competition for school, a speech for school that she's doing on Lego. She's going to show me the final version in the morning, which looking forward to hearing that. So, so big shout out to Caitlin. I really hope your speech goes well. And by the time you watch this, if you end up watching it, your speech will probably be over. Maybe. If it's not over, I hope it goes really, really well. If it is over, I'm sure it went really, really well. So, yeah. Good choice, topic of Lego. Good choice. Good choice. Right, where does this Where does this sit? How am I going to frame this? There, cool. Line that up. I should probably put a finger up there. Okay, right. I think I'm ready to put this on. And then what have we got? Stuff towards the back. Cool. We can shift camera angles then. Oops. That is not what I wanted to do. Make sure back in the right mode. Okay, now back into it. Record. There. Hold you there. And that's on. Awesome. Jolly good. Okay, next bit. To you. To you. Two of you. And doors. All right. Let me just flip back and check the stream. Still going. Cool. Okay, so, yeah, no one thing I saw today actually, Tim, again, he showed me a Lego version of an orrery. Now, an orrery, if you know what an orrery is, have a look on the, let me know in the comments below. I'd be interested to see if people know what an orrery is before I go into exactly actually what it is, because I didn't know what it was. He told me about it and I was like, yeah, I wasn't really sure, and then he showed me the video of it and it was really, really cool. Lego version of it. So have a quick think. Trivia question, I guess. What's an orrery? Bam, 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 bam. Okay, Jeopardy music. Okay, sorry, bad joke. It is a model of the solar system, and saw a couple today that he sent me some videos on. One was the Earth going around the sun, just the Earth, and the Moon going around the Earth. But they were accurate rotations. It was really cool. And the other one was the full solar system. So yeah, it was really, really cool. Could be something to look into building later on down the track. who knows? Okay, next step. I was going to change angle. Step it back a little bit and give it a bit more distance. Now I tend to use a prime lens on the camera just because it gives a nicer image. And even though I'm on f4, this lens can go down to 1.8, but this close it gets a little bit, the background gets a little bit blurry. The 1.8 is really good for the glory shots and the B-roll stuff, but f4 is reasonably good for building. It just blurs the background a little bit if you get real close. But using the prime lens, you've actually got to move it around if you want to zoom out a little bit, rather than just zooming out. Okay, next stage. Let's angle it that way a little bit. You get to see all the funny faces that I pull while I'm trying to angle myself for placing the pieces. Go. Good times. Okay. We are getting there. You, 3 of you, 2 of you. Okay. 3 along the front. Oh, where did you go in? Oh, I missed one on the stop motion. Oh well. That's right, I can go in now. Not a huge deal. So if I go like that, and then I come down like that, hopefully we'll be able, whoops, should start recording. Should be able to edit that into one smooth movement. So you go there, 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 spin you around there, brick scene. Richard, how are you doing? Sorry, I was concentrating so hard on what I'm doing at the moment, I didn't see you pop in. Let me just stop this. I am building some vintage stuff, set 8020. Can you see that? So I'm building the van there. So it's going to be, yeah, it's one of my childhood sets. I'm trying really hard to get through the videos for all of my childhood sets before moving on to something a little bit more modern and more exciting. But really appreciate you stopping by. Tell you what, you learn how hard a live stream is. Trying to talk and trying to build, especially when you haven't got a whole lot of people to have conversation with. Respect your work, mate. I respect your work. So, just thought I would try doing some live streams just while I'm doing the builds for the videos, rather than just watching an episode on my phone. I thought people might like to come hang out and drop in and drop out. Yeah, it's crazy time consuming. Kind of dug myself into a little bit of a hole where I want to keep the quality up, but unfortunately the quality is time consuming as well. So not just in the build itself, but in the in all the editing and stuff post build. Usually I can move a little bit quicker if I'm really concentrating on it, but I figured that if I'm doing talking and doing a live stream, then it'll take a little bit longer, but it's kind of worth it. Engaging. Yeah, get sidetracked really easy. So yeah. So I apologise for moments of silence and funny concentraty faces. I guess that's the hard part about doing a live stream, trying to multitask, trying to do two things at once. But yeah, a little bit. I was a little bit apprehensive about doing a live stream, but needed to put myself outside of my comfort zone. I'm usually okay with like pre-recorded stuff and pre-learning lines and bits and pieces like that. But doing live is quite a bit different, as you know. So needed to put myself outside of my comfort zone and just jump in and do it. So I've been wanting to do this for a while. So it's good to finally actually jump in. So are you building anything tonight? Man, it's such a shame about the Tauranga Brick Show being cancelled completely. Man, I was so looking forward to going down and being there and doing another video on that, like I did with the Little Brick Show earlier in the year. We were all looking forward to that actually. The new AT80, very nice, very nice. That'd be a fun set to put together. I'll make sure I check out that review too. Yep, very, very cool. Are you doing a speed build of that? As part of the review, just like a quick speed build, or is it just going to be mainly a review, or how are you approaching that one? Ah, cool. Very cool. I imagine that your boy has a Lego collection rivaling your own. I know my kids have got stacks and stacks of Lego, actually way more than I do, which is hilarious. It's always hilarious how that works out. Right, might change angle. With the shows being cancelled, it'll be interesting to see whether the one in October, the Auckland Brick Show, be really interesting to see whether that still goes ahead. Kind of hope it does. Really hoping this all kind of sorts itself out a little bit more by then. Yeah, because that should be a pretty spectacular one. I'm assuming. Obviously, I haven't been before since the only one that I've actually been to so far is that Tauranga one earlier in the year, which was quite funny because we were going down. I was like, oh, I wonder if I can swing it coming over to where was the other one? Oh yeah, don't you hate it when your mind goes blank? Oh, you've got way more. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I must say I was out of it for a few years, so many years in not collecting. I suppose if I'd collected it since my childhood, then I guess I'd probably have a whole lot more. Whangamata, there we go. When there was the one in Whangamata on the same weekend, which I think you were at, which I didn't know at the time, but I was like, oh man, I wonder if I can swing it some way where we can stop at the Whangamata one real quick on the way down and then head on through to Tauranga. But yeah, it would have been too much for the family, but yeah, a little bit too much out of the way. But yeah, I would have loved to have been to that one too because it was pretty cool with a Brickman being there and all of that. Yeah. Yeah, really hoping that the Auckland one goes ahead. We usually go to Armageddon, well, we have for the last few years anyway. So it's really cool that that's combined with Armageddon. Yeah, pretty stoked about that. But like you say, really hoping that both of those go ahead. Right, where am I at with this thing? Okay, time to put on windscreen. Where does that go? Right, okay. Time for the next bit. So if I go like that. Yeah, it'd be really cool if the Whangamata one happens. And obviously the Tauranga one again. I might try and swing it to make both of them this time around. Yeah, yes, definitely different type of plastic. Yeah, definitely. It was one thing I had noticed. It's like the newer stuff is softer or something. The old stuff is creaky and hard and yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the video that just came out with the police station, the 1970s police station. But it's really interesting how those bricks are, you know, they don't have reinforcement and all sorts. Just trying to find, where is it? Oh yeah, here's, because there were some of the parts that actually broke. I don't know if you saw that there was a new plate. There's a new looking blue plate. This is the old one, which is broken. And then you've got the old style bricks, which haven't got reinforcement underneath. I don't know if this is going to focus. There's no reinforcement under the, which you probably all know all this. There's no reinforcement there, and this one I had to get some replacement bricks because these two in particular, these two old vintage white ones, they've actually warped. So they don't stick at all. So yeah, interesting. I was talking to, actually I posted the video on the Vintage Lego Collectors page. Great community, man. There was so many comments on that particular thread, and it was really, really interesting because some of the guys just said about the history of Lego and some of the bricks and how, because I asked the question, what's the oldest Lego set that you've got, and there were some really old ones. There were a couple of guys who posted pictures of wooden Lego sets before Lego started doing anything with plastics, which was really cool. And my daughter's doing a speech on Lego over the next couple of days for school, and I showed her the thread, and she was fascinated just with all of the really old stuff. But one of the guys said about the old CA bricks, yeah, they go brittle and they go and they're more likely to warp. So I'm wondering if this is these ones are the old CA style bricks. But yeah, anyway, hang on to the broken brittle pieces. Just swap them out for new ones. I'm not that much of a fanatic collector that I have to have super original pieces, but I mean, it's nice to have them, but yeah. Okay, Vaughan Blocks collection. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Next time I'm in Auckland. I live in Auckland. Whereabouts in Auckland are they? That'd be really interesting to take the kids and to go see. I think my older two, and even my youngest actually, she'd probably be quite interested in the old stuff. She loves Lego. She loves all of the videos and all of the old sets. She loves to play with all the old sets. Penrose. Oh, yep. Screw that up. That's all right. Penrose. Actually, I think there's a chicken place in Penrose that I'm really keen to check out. Peach's Chicken, I think, like Nashville chicken. We used to live in Nashville for a while, so I'm quite keen to check out their genuine American style Southern fried chicken. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. No, I'm in Auckland. North. So I'm in. Yeah, in Silverdale. So yeah, I'm here. Actually, I was talking to Mike, and he thought that I was outside of Auckland as well. He thought that I was down Hamilton way. It's really interesting, eh? The the perceptions that people get, from I don't know. it's just one of those fascinating things. But yeah, now I'm an Auckland local. Been here in Auckland for many years. Yeah. Looking forward to trying it out. It's going to be, but that could be a good excuse to go down to Penrose, just to go check out Vaughan Blocks. He's got a I'm assuming there's a website or something. I'll go look it up afterwards. It could be, it'd be cool. How's this gonna work? Excuse me. Sorry, concentrate your face. Okay. Yes, do that, please. Yeah, that'd be cool. Crikey, these bits. Let's go with you lot first. For that and that. See if I can get a bit of a better camera angle without getting in the shot. Welcome back, James. Welcome. Actually, James, funny enough, Brooksine is the other participant here. I was telling you about his review on the 501st Battle Pack that you should go check out. So, James, meet Brooksine. Brooksine, meet James. Right, where is this going? Up the front. Okay. We are almost there. This has taken way longer than what I thought it was going to. But that's cool. I was aiming for an hour, but looks like I might end up being doing 2. That's alright. Right, so how do I want to do this? Using the camera-wise, using a Sony A6300. It's kind of my I had a Sony A6000, and then I was looking into the A6300, and then I found a reasonably good deal on a A6000. I thought, I'd done the research on the A6300, and then I kind of a little bit impulse bought the deal on the A6000, and then realised that the A6000 doesn't have an external mic in port. So I got it, and realised that after I'd gotten home, I was like, oh man, that's really essential. So I ended up using the A6000 for a while, and just doing the best that I could with it. And then found this great deal on A6300, and absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Do quite like the Sonys. To be fair, I haven't really had any experience with Canons other than a friend of mine has got some Canon. He's got a high-end Canon, which is really nice, a full frame. I'd love to get one of the A7s at some point, A7 IIIs. The A7S3 that's recently come out, that looks amazing, but very expensive. So I won't be getting that anytime soon. I do love this A6300. Just having a bit of play with manual focus here. I will try, I think I'd quite like to try and get hold of an HDMI input for the laptop, or something that has like a HDMI through, so that I can live stream what the good camera is seeing, as well as this camera here. I think that'll be quite cool long term. But at the moment, unfortunately, I can only kind of have, although I might be able to set it up with the camera just going straight into the laptop and use that as my monitor, but it can be a little bit tricky if it's smaller. At the moment, I've got it on a 19-inch computer monitor as my preview. You can kind of see there. So just kind of trying a few little bits and pieces with the live stream at the moment, just seeing what works and what doesn't. First attempts. Yeah. So what are you using? I feel like I've seen that you're using a Canon of some description. From some of your some of the stuff that you've posted on Instagram, but that's could just be like a completely wrong stab in the dark. But as you know, I think the most important thing is probably lighting. Sony's versus Canons, it probably doesn't really matter too much. If you have a half decent camera and you've got decent lighting, M50, nice. So I think that's still a crop sensor, if I'm correct, if I remember correctly. So the A6300 is an APS-C sensor, so it's not full frame. Still a crop sensor, and the prime lens that I've got is a 35mm. It goes down to 1.8, which is nice, which is great for that B-roll stuff. Having a 1.8 aperture lens gets a nice creamy background blur. Yeah, I was originally considering a Canon M50 when I was first starting out. When I was first looking at cameras, I was actually looking for somebody else for a specific purpose, and I needed a camera with a clean HDMI out, because they were using it for as a primary camera for live streaming. And I can't remember why I didn't choose the M50. I can't remember why I ended up choosing the A6000, but yeah, but I chose the A6000 for them, which is absolutely perfect because they didn't need an external mic input, so they ended up using the A6000, and it's absolutely perfect. But I was so impressed with the A6000 that they got that, yeah, I ended up pursuing the A6300 eventually. 4K. Oh yeah, with the standard lens. I think the lens plays a big role as well. So I've got, as I said, I've got the prime lens. I've also got another lens, which is this one. Well, just looks like a lens, doesn't it? But this is a 18 to 105. So if I'm doing 18 to 105, but it's a fixed aperture, so it's for f-stop of 4 throughout the whole range. So it's actually really good for video. So if I'm doing any videoing with the gimbal or anything like that, I have that lens on there, so that gives me the zoom capabilities, but also consistent aperture right through the whole zoom range, which is really nice. But yeah, like having a nice lens is a great investment, and can make quite a big difference. Like there was a big difference between the standard lens that came with the Sony, which I had with the A6000. I actually sold with the A6000. There's a big difference between that and especially a prime lens. Big difference. So yeah, the prime lens was much crisper. Right, where do I want to place this stuff? Yeah, that's cool that Canon have done that. The software solution for so basically you can use your DSLR camera for as a webcam. Yeah, it's really cool. And yes, you're right. Sony has just released something similar for their cameras, which I had a play with the other day, and it works really well. So I was pretty stoked about that. I did actually, hilariously, just before they announced it, well, just before I saw the announcement, I had an HDMI input arrive. Where is it? I'll show. Had an HDMI input arrive, which was just a straight USB HDMI in, which I guess will be useful in the future for any other kind of camera. But yeah, I'd been waiting for it because I got it from overseas, but I've been waiting for it for probably a good month and a half, and yeah, finally arrived. It's like, yes, finally arrived, plugged it in, awesome, works really well. And then saw the announcement of Sony, hey, can you just use the USB cable now and get the software? It's like, oh. But yeah, useful tools. Yeah, definitely. That's one of the cool things about about YouTubers getting together. You can everybody's so keen to share information, and definitely keen to get together and chew the fat and hang out and talk about gear and Lego and good stuff like that. Yeah, software works better. Yeah, I think the only thing that I would really like to have, so instead of that, which is just a straight HDMI in, is like I said before, an HDMI through, so you can have basically two outputs. So I can have one going into the laptop. Actually, I wonder if the USB software works as well as the HDMI out software. There's no reason why it wouldn't, huh? Definitely going to try that for next time. That way I can, yeah, I reckon that'll work. I will keep you posted. Right, how are we going to? Right, see if I can get this. I might take it off manual. If I put that there, is it going to focus? We focused enough, I think. Right, let's try this shot. How's it going together? That. Whoops, what have I done? Nothing. That is correct. Creek. Nice, that'll work. And then where you got going? On the back. We are almost there, peeps. Catch you later, James. Thank you so much for dropping by. Really appreciate it. Have a great evening. Yes, it is getting late. I'll be heading off soon. So thank you so much for dropping by, and talk to you soon, buddy. Right. And we've got the wheels. Tail lights. Oh, I missed a piece. Other wheels. And we are done. Beautiful. Very fun. Nice. Awesome. Oh, fun. Yeah, good old rack and pinion steering. just a small little set, but it's good fun. Man, my youngest is going to love this. She is going to think that it is just the bee's knees. She's going to think it's so cool. She loves playing with all the, well, she loves playing with all the sets, but she loves the Technic sets. Yeah, awesome. Thanks for stopping by, Richard. You too. And I will catch you next time. And I think I will be signing off now anyway. So thanks, guys, for stopping by. Thank you so much. And let's do this again. Let's do this again. So this is the vintage brick signing off, and here's some fancy transition and dubstep to soothe you into the evening. Good night. So long. Catch you next time.